say something, but you are all that I see. You got dynamite, that smile's gonna be the end of me. I bet you taste like chocolate. Can I have it for free? I'm an explosion. That smile's gonna be the end of me. That smile's gonna be the end of me. I wanna say something, but you are all that I see. You got dynamite, that smile's gonna be the end of me. I bet you taste like chocolate. Can I have it for free? I'm an explosion, and that smile's gonna be the end of me. You cannot lie over a Mai Tai. You cannot lie over a Mai Tai. You cannot lie over a Mai Tai. Let's take each other out. You cannot lie over a Mai Tai. You cannot lie over a Mai Tai. You cannot lie over a Mai Tai. Let's take each other out.
Good afternoon, everyone. You're very welcome back to the channel. Here we are, Belgian Grand Prix 2022. Hoping for a race this year. That's the key. And actually, speaking of a race, it does look really good, doesn't it? We have Verstappen and Leclerc somewhere in the midfield. I would say in the back, but they've been elevated because so many other people have taken penalties. So they're starting in around 14th, 15th place, if I remember correctly. And then we have Carlos Sainz right up at the front with Sergio Perez. So great opportunity for those guys to do something today. Now, in saying that, before we get into anything, let's actually have a look at the grid. So this is what we're up against. We have Mick Schumacher back in 20th. Guan Yu Zhou is in 19th. Norris is in 18th. Ocon 17th. Leclerc then is in 16th. Verstappen is in 15th. We'll come back to this in a second. With Bottas in 14th, Tsunoda in 13th, Magnussen in 12th, Latifi in 11th, Vettel in 10th, Stroll in 9th, Gasly 8th, Ricciardo 7th, Albon 6th, Russell 5th, Hamilton 4th, Alonso 3rd, Perez 2nd, and it's Carlos Sainz in 1st place. Now, why did I say we'll come back to this in a second? It's because I believe that Yuki Tsunoda in 13th place will be starting from the pit lane, and as a result that elevates Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc up one additional place, so 14th and 15th respectively. So that is where it's all going to get very, very interesting. It's going to be good fun watching these guys come through the pack as well. Of course, we have Norris, who has been penalised. He's down there in 18th, but look at Ricciardo, the man of the moment, or well, at least the gossip man of the moment, right up there in 7th as a result of everybody else being put back. This is a good opportunity for him, hopefully, to score some points. Yeah, so with that, I want to just quickly have a look at the tyres. So they anticipate, this is Pirelli when I say they anticipate most cars will start on the medium tyres. Then around lap 12 to 17, they're going to switch over to the soft tyres. And then somewhere in the window of lap 25 to 30, they're going to switch onto another set of medium tyres to bring them to the end of the race. So they anticipate that's the fastest. Alternatively, you could start on the medium, pit one stopper for hard tyres, or start on the softs and pit one stopper for the hard tyres and go to the end. But it looks like that two stopper is the optimal strategy. Yeah, well, I await the outcome of that one. Let's see how it goes. As you can see, Carlos Sainz starting in pole position. Now, at the bottom, I usually put my predictions for the race. Now, this is a bit of a crazy one today. So, I am actually going to predict Max Verstappen to win the race, despite the fact he's starting in 14th place. He was so much faster than everybody in qualifying. He was really good in practice. I think he has a really good opportunity here. This is a circuit where you can overtake. This really is a good circuit for overtaking. There's a big opportunity for Max Verstappen to win this race, in my opinion. Now, it's not going to be easy for him to do this because we have Carlos Sainz and Perez, who, if they put their race face on, they have a great opportunity here to actually go for it and win this race. They have to do it. They have to do this. But I'm worried. I'm worried about them. I think Max is coming, and I'm also very worried about what will happen with Perez if he's in a situation where Max is catching him. I think he's going to be asked to let Max go through. So it's all ahead of us. There are a ton of Dutch fans at this race as well. This is like the second home race as well for Max Verstappen. That's another factor, another reason that they could ask Perez to move over. They're showing us a lovely shot now. Lovely shot there, just coming up the straight. I have the names of all the circuit parts today as well. I've come very, very prepared. Not that I remember them, even though I did just look through them a few minutes ago. Of course, you know, that's the Kemmel Straight. That's what I was trying to remember. But the orange flares are everywhere here. Absolutely everywhere. Looking good. It's looking good. The fastest pit of the season so far has been Red Bull in Hungary, 2.19 seconds. Can you imagine how fast that could have been if they didn't implement the changes that Mercedes asked for last season as well? So there you go. There you go. You can see the little driver tracker underneath our timing screen as well, that the drivers are moving around. They're on the formation lap actually. So we're about to get up and running very, very, very soon, I think. Very soon. This is exciting, isn't it? This is exciting. All right, I want to hear, who are your predictions? Who do you think is going to win today? Do you think Max Verstappen can do it? Lewis Hamilton, maybe? With regards to my other predictions, I usually have who I'd like to see win the race. For me, it's Fernando Alonso. I wouldn't mind seeing Ricciardo win either, considering everything that's going on. And who do I think could be a dark horse for the race? Well, I had said Norris could be a dark horse, but actually, clearly, I hadn't realized Norris was starting so far back when I said that. So I'm going to have to change my dark horse, and I'm going to make it Russell. George Russell is my dark horse for the race. But that's twisting my arm a little bit there. I've come to the conclusion that I can't ever call Lewis Hamilton dark horse. I just can't do it. He has too many world championships. He's won too many races. You know, he's one of the greatest of all time. You can't call him a dark horse. It's just not fair. It's not fair to the competition. Right, they're lining up, getting ready to go. There's the onboard from Fernando Alonso. Great position for Alonso as well. Would love to see him do something today. A thank you or a goodbye, I suppose, for the Alpine team. All right, green flag is waving. Lights are on. Oh, and they're off, and off they go very, very fast. Those lights did not last long. Looks like Alonso's up into second, I'd say here. Sainz definitely has the lead. The Mercedes have had a good start. Perez has had a very bad start. He's been taken by both of the Mercedes there. Ricciardo, he's battling with Stroll, I think it is. I think that's Stroll he's battling with. We're just going through Eau Rouge now. To the Kemmel Straight. Or the Camel Straight, as I hear the commentators call it sometimes. But the Kemmel Straight. Alonso versus Hamilton there. Oh, they've crashed. They've crashed. They've made contact. One of the Aston Martins has gone off as well. Now, I don't know if there's damage there, but that was Hamilton and Alonso. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I really want to see Alonso do it. I swear to God, Lewis Hamilton, if you have crashed into Alonso, Hamilton has damage. There's something rubbing on his car. There's smoke or something coming off the back of his car. I think he's got damage. Oh yeah, no, he's in trouble. He's getting swallowed up here. Ricciardo and Vettel. No, it's Ricciardo and Stroll are trying to get past him at the moment. It's Vettel. Yeah, it's Vettel. Vettel is ahead of Stroll. Oh, Vettel's had a very good start. He's ahead of Stroll. Woo. Hamilton is dropping down the order. I think he's in 8th place now. 9th, 10th, 11th. Oh, he's dropping. Has he pulled over? Is he out of the race? Stop on the team radio. They've told him to stop the car. Hamilton is out of the race. Unbelievable. Lewis Hamilton is out of the race. I forgot to check the race leader. Yeah, it's still Sainz. So Sainz is still leading the race. He had a relatively clean start. Perez now somehow is up into second place. Can you believe that? But he's 2 seconds behind Sainz. So this is wide open for Sainz. I don't fancy the Ferrari to finish the race, in fairness. The incident between Alonso and Hamilton is going to be noted. Now, I said in jest, I hope that Hamilton hasn't caused a crash with Alonso. He could have been the other way around. Let's wait to see a replay of this. It's Russell now, up into third place. So my newly promoted dark horse for the race. Alonso then is in fourth. We have a yellow flag in sector 3. What's going on? Oh! It's Latifi. Latifi has just gone off into the gravel and he spins it around. And there, that's what's happening in sector 3. Is that the bus stop? Latifi goes wide onto the gravel. He can't keep the traction. He spins the car around. Oh, and he's tagged Bottas. And Bottas is out of the race. I think Latifi got it running. There's Hamilton. There is Hamilton. Safety car. We have a safety car. We have everything going on at the moment. Safety car is out. Wow, what a start to this race. This is really good. By the way, let me just add, I am wearing a Red Bull t-shirt today. Now, this is my only Formula 1 merchandise that I currently own. I'm not necessarily a Red Bull fan, but I really like the t-shirt. And I'm thinking I'm going to get a Mercedes and Ferrari one very, very soon, just so people can't say that I'm supporting one over the other. Yeah, okay, let's get our breath back after that. It was Latifi losing it there. So he Latifi, the goat, or Goatifi as we call him on this channel, he went over into the gravel, lost traction. The back of the car got away from him and he spun around and he could do nothing about it. He spun around basically in front of everybody else, and Bottas tried his best to get out of the way, but he got tagged. Now we're watching a replay of the start here. So clean, very clean start there for Carlos Sainz. Alonso had a good start, but Hamilton was on him up through Eau Rouge into Rivage onto the Kemmel Straight. Look, you see that? Look, I'm learning. And yeah, it's towards the end of the Kemmel Straight there. He's making the move. There's enough space for them there. Well, I was about to say that Hamilton really squeezed Alonso there. But did Alonso just run wide because he had a heavy fuel load? You know, it's hard to see. Okay, so side by side here. Yeah. Yeah, Alonso clearly thinks it's Hamilton's fault. I think it's Alonso's fault. This is where it gets contentious as ever. Certainly on board there with Perez. Oof. Oh yeah, well there was quite a movement there from Alonso's car, but that's clearly after the contact has already been made, and he clearly gets his tire locked. Yeah, it gets locked and it forces him. Hamilton was ever so slightly ahead there, but Alonso was keeping to himself. He was on the inside. I don't know. Giacomo, welcome. How are you doing? Talk about the drama we've just had here. Oh yeah, there's Bottas. He couldn't get out of the way. He could not get out of the way. That has not worked out well for him at all. What can we say about that? Okay, the incident involving Latifi and Ocon. Stroll and Vettel got together as well. Latifi and Ocon, I didn't see anything happen between the pair of them. But we still have the safety car at the moment. We still have it out there. Okay, something's wrong with Leclerc as well. He was on the radio. We couldn't actually hear what he said because it was all beeped out, but he's coming in for a pit stop. He started on the soft tires. I wonder if he's just pitting early to get rid of the soft tires. Seems strange though. Where is Verstappen? Verstappen's in 8th. Oh, I tell you, he's coming for it. He's coming for the win. He's coming for the win. Yes, indeed he is. An awful lot happening there. It's Albon is in as well. Oh, Albon's getting a new front wing, so that explains that. No idea what the heck just happened there to Leclerc. He's obviously had some kind of action. I wonder if there was a slow puncture or something like that for him due to debris on the track. It's the Mercedes safety car we have at this race, not the Aston Martin. So yeah, let's make the jokes. The only Mercedes we'll see at the front of the field today. Well, Russell is in 3rd place at the moment. He's in 3rd place. Leclerc team radio. Brake issues for Leclerc. So his team are telling him there was a tear off inside the cooling duct for the brake. So he obviously thought he had brake issues, but they cleaned it out when they changed his tires. So good. It sounds like he's back up and running. Not that I would believe a word that the Ferrari team tell me. So yes, Ferrari. Let's talk about Ferrari a little bit. So they're well renowned at this stage of the 2022 season for their terrible strategy. Yesterday, safety cars in this lap, brilliant. So yesterday during qualifying, they brought in Leclerc and the wrong tires on him. So they put on a fresh set of rubber when they were supposed to put on the used rubber. And then, of course, when he needed the fresh rubber, he didn't have any because they'd already used it. So congratulations, Ferrari. Let's hope that's as bad as it gets this weekend for them, because we could really do with Ferrari keeping their SH1T together. Oh, Leclerc asking if he's on a one-stopper now. They didn't put hard tires on him, did they? Yeah, medium tires. 40 laps on medium tires. I don't think so somehow. I don't think so. I suppose stranger things have happened. Sainz is really backing them up here. It looks like that's Vettel. He's in 5th place. Alonso 4th, Vettel 5th. Off we go. Oh, I think Perez has been caught sleeping here. Russell is going to have a go on him here around the outside. Oh, it'll be really tough to get him around the outside on that first corner. La Source, isn't it? Yeah, La Source. See, I'm learning them. I know the first 3 corners now. Up Eau Rouge. Oh, Russell's in trouble because Alonso's going to take him here. Oh, Alonso, you can't crash into another Mercedes coming into the same corner, can you? Well, he's certainly going to give it a shot. Russell brakes really late there. Wow, that was really late braking. Really nice. Really nice braking there. Good control there for Russell. So Alonso can't get the move done. I named that would have promoted Alonso back into 3rd place, but it's not going to be. It's not going to be. Not at the moment, at least. All right. Okay, let me get onto YouTube and actually set up our poll for today. Yeah, ignore me talking there. We'll mute that. Oh. Now Verstappen versus Ricciardo is going on for 6th and 7th as we speak. So who wins today? We'll leave this open for a little while. And Sainz. Just watching Verstappen here on Ricciardo. Yeah, Verstappen pulls off the move into the bus stop. He's got it done. He's up. 6th place now for Verstappen. I told you. You need to watch that guy. He's good. He is good. Oh, Hamilton still walking. Still walking back to the pits. Where did he stop the car? It looks like he's in a quarry at the moment. It looks like a long, lonely walk for him. Well, you know, it looked like Hamilton was getting himself back into the mix. You know, for the top. Well, let's say the top 3 at least in the championship. Probably not going to win the championship at this stage. But that will be very disappointing for him. And Russell could make very good points as well. So he also has the teammate battle going on. Albon now has just gotten past Ricciardo as well, so Ricciardo is going backwards. It kills me to see it. It really does. Okay, I'm going to ask the community, so the poll is up there. Who wins today? Sainz, Perez, Verstappen, or somebody else? Write in the comments who else you think could win it. So let's leave that up there and see how it goes. Now Verstappen is right up behind Vettel, and I think he'll make pretty. I'm forgetting how to talk. Pretty short work there. That was on. Where was that move that Albon got done there? Albon got done on Ricciardo, I should say. It was a nice move though, very, very clean. So Albon is well in the points in 7th at the moment. 1 place behind Verstappen, believe it or not. And yeah, into bus stop again. Yeah, he likes it there. Verstappen gets the move done into the bus stop on Sebastian Vettel. He's up into 5th, and he has Alonso next. Funnily enough, actually looking at... Oh, DRS is enabled. Good news for anybody ahead of Max Verstappen. DRS is enabled. Not that he needed it. Just looking at the starting grid, we had Sainz in 1st, Perez in 2nd. No further action between Hamilton and Alonso. Okay, so phew, I wasn't the only one who couldn't figure out what the heck had happened there. DRS down on the Kimmel straight, and through he goes. Verstappen on Alonso. He's up into 4th. Here he comes. Leclerc, by contrast, is in 16th place. Now, he did pit, but he's in 16th. Ouch. This championship is so dead, it's not funny. Plan B, they're saying to Carlos Sainz. Plan B? What is Plan B? Sainz started on soft tyres. So, Plan A, in my opinion, would be the one where they pit for hard tyres and make it a one-stopper? Are they going to pit him for medium tyres and then finish him on softs? Oh, I don't know. Let me see. Sainz is doing quite well, actually, on our vote at the moment. Let's see. We've had, well, a grand total of 8 votes. Now, I know we don't have a lot of viewers on here, but 8 votes. And it's Sainz. Everybody is saying Sainz got 0% for Verstappen. So nobody believes Verstappen can do this. I'm telling you, Verstappen is going to win this race. He's, let's see, let's do the math here. He's 10, 11... He's about 12 seconds behind the leader. And you know what Ferrari are like with their strategy. I tell you. Verstappen's got this. He's got this covered. And he's right behind George Russell now. He's within DRS and George Russell. They're not showing us the battle at the moment. They're showing us Leclerc. Leclerc has Gasly and Tsunoda for company. Gasly is behind his teammate somehow. How did he manage that? Somebody has voted for Verstappen now. There he goes, Verstappen into 3rd place. He's just gotten past Russell. Oh, it's the inevitable. I hate to be a broken record, but I think Verstappen's going to do it today. He's just too fast here. As I said, it's his second home race as well. I don't know if it's his second home race or his first home race, because of course he was born in this particular part of the world, but he does have Dutch nationality. It was with DRS, it was a slam dunk as well. That's what I was saying. You don't want to give DRS to Max Verstappen. That's all he needs. That's all he needs. Alrighty. Let's have a look at some of the chat online. Ooh, unfortunate quote for Lewis Hamilton has come back to bite him. We're here to cause havoc in the second half of the season. Yeah, well, you just caused a bit of havoc. Plan B for Ferrari is the barrier. Yeah, I hope not. Good one. Good one. Good one. I like it. I like it. We are broadcasting today on high degradation for Sainz. He's on the soft tires. What are you expecting? Captain Obvious here. He's true. So Leclerc now is true on both of the AlphaTauris. AlphaTauri not great this season, aren't they? Aren't they struggling big time? I didn't really expect that at all. Not at all, at all, at all, at all. But anyhow, coming back to my little short story that I was having earlier. So Sainz starting first, Perez starting second, and Alonso starting in third place. It was SPA, Spa-Francorchamps. There you go. It was all worth it, wasn't it? Yakimo, I voted for Perez, but Verstappen is amazing. Yeah. Well, actually, now, you've touched on the exact point that I was a little bit concerned about earlier. So Verstappen now is 1.9 seconds, 1.8 seconds behind his teammate. He's going to catch Perez soon, and we'll see what's going to happen then. But you know, this is Formula One. Anything could happen. It's possible that Verstappen could have some kind of unfortunate mechanical error and he does not reach the end of the race. That's Norris getting past Magnussen there. So Norris is up into 11th. Ricciardo's in 8th. I tell you, Norris is going to catch his teammate again, even though he's starting so far back. And it's a little bit depressing. It's a little bit depressing. I'm quite a big fan of Daniel Ricciardo, and if we have some downtime during the race, you know, safety car or something, I might have a little bit of a rant about where I think he should go or what I think he should have done. Of course, all my own opinion. Verstappen has high degradation as well. Verstappen is he's on the soft tires as well, so Captain Obvious clearly works for both of Ferrari and Red Bull there on this occasion, I would say. But anyway, Sainz goes up the hill there. Let's see a shot of this. There's the scary shot now, where you can see Verstappen in the same picture as Sainz. He's so close now. He's so close. He's 1 second behind his teammate. And no, he's is he 1 second? No, he's 2.2 seconds behind Sainz now. So he's 1 second behind his teammate, and he's coming for him. He's coming for Perez. But this, as I said, this is where it gets interesting now. Are they allowed to fight each other? I wonder indeed. We're going to have to refresh this, so apologies, our overview is going to disappear off the screen for a little bit. But this is Formula One live timing for you. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. What are they showing us now? What are they showing us? Something completely random. Okay, alright. I'll see if I can tidy that up a little bit. Degradation higher for everybody than was originally expected is what the Ferrari team have just told their man. I think it was Sainz they were telling that to. It could have been Leclerc. I'm not completely sure about that. There we go. We have our latest version of the overview. All right. Look, this the chat is killing me because the text is way too small on it. Let me see if I can do anything at all about that. Let's see if we can refresh that. Refresh. No, that has done absolutely nothing for me. How very disappointing. Rightio. I'm going to see if there's another way to make that bigger. So meanwhile, we have Verstappen 0.4 of a second now behind his teammate as we pass by a huge contingent of Dutch fans. I think this is inevitable, you know. I feel like it's inevitable. Yeah, there is Verstappen just telling his team that he's losing time behind his teammate. Oh, it appears he isn't finding it that easy to get past Perez then. Into bus stop, he likes this. No, he's not able to get it done there. Sainz is in. Sainz is coming into the pits. Unbelievable. Ferrari are going to try the undercut, and I'm scared to change this to Perez as the race leader. He is still the race leader. But now DRS will be wide open for Verstappen here. Can he get the move done on Perez? Perez isn't going to stop him. Well, that was short-lived. Very short-lived. Verstappen leads the race. Can you effing believe it? Can you believe it? Verstappen is leading the race. Well, there you go. Okay, Sainz has pitted though, and he's got the undercut now with the Ferrari. So Ferrari actually, you know, trying quite an aggressive strategy here. Quite an aggressive strategy indeed. Let's see if I can sign in here. I've just got my iPad here beside me. I'm going to see if I can sign in to Face ID. If I can sign into the Formula 1. No, my password doesn't work. It's absolutely great. Face ID. Doesn't work. Yeah, well, thank you, Sky Sports. Is Max Verstappen going to pit now? That's the big question. I think he should. I think he should match exactly what Ferrari are doing. He closed the gap. It's no skin off his nose if he has to find another second or two. Join the live session. I think I will. You know what? I think I will join the live session. Why does this look so different?
So just think about your tire management.
Sergio Perez team radio there.
So just think about your tire management. Sainz pitted onto the medium.
Verstappen hasn't pitted yet, so he's staying out. So I think this is Alonso here. He's behind Albon. Did Alonso pit? Yeah, Alonso must have pitted as well. Too much else going on here. Too much else going on.
say you're getting old, but what do you know about what's to come? 'Cause what the future holds, nobody
Max Verstappen is in the lead. Yes, he is. Actually, you know what? In saying that, let's do a quick run through on where everybody is at the moment. 1 sec though. We're on board with Carlos Sainz. Sainz is in 5th now. He's got Vettel ahead of him. Much fresher tires as well for Sainz. So I think this is going to be the inevitable overtake. Yeah, and it's coming into bus stops. So that's Verstappen's preferred overtaking zone as well. And it's worked for him. It's worked just fine for him. So he's in. Russell's in the pits. Sainz isn't in, by the way. I meant he's up into 3rd place. Russell is in the pits. So Vettel now is up into 4th place and Stroll is in 5th. Yeah, interestingly, earlier in the race we saw both of those Aston Martins coming together, and it looked like Vettel bullied his way past Stroll. So no doubt he'll be in a little bit of trouble from Lance Stroll's father, Lawrence, after the race. But I would suggest that Sebastian ain't going to give a crap. He's out of here. That's Fernando Alonso's problem. That is Alonso's problem. We have team radio for Max Verstappen.
Yeah, correct. Sainz pitted for medium. At the moment, despite the high degradation, that's seen on all tyres. And the soft actually looks like a reasonable tyre, Max.
Very good. Very, very good. I couldn't hear what they were saying. So maybe you'll have to tell me what they said. I didn't hear it. I did not hear it. But you know what? Let me try that for this race. Actually, I'm going to cut the music for this race. I know some people hate it as it is. Let's cut the music for this race, and then let's increase the volume a little bit, if I can do that, on the radio input. Now, where I'm getting this radio input from is the official Formula One website. They have a commentary section where it's like text commentary, and sometimes they put the team radio on there. Now, if you want a more reliable stream of team radios, then you need to sign up with Formula1.com and pay, I don't know how much money it is a year. I actually don't get it because I feel like I have enough telemetry and stats from other sources, legal, free sources. So there you go. It's bad enough having to pay for the TV channel, which I do. I legitimately do pay for the TV channel. Now, I didn't say which country I get it from, but I do pay for it. Okay, Vettel has pitted. Guan Yu Zhou's in the pits at the moment. As I said about 5 minutes ago, let's do a run through of the standings. Right, so a run through of the standings. We have Bottas and Hamilton are both out of the race. Hamilton was taken out by Fernando Alonso, or they took each other out, although Alonso is still in the race, so not quite. Bottas was taken out by Latifi, and Latifi is still running in the race. He's in 11th, actually, so he's survived. Poor old Valtteri is out, though. So, yeah, you know what they say. Nice guys finish last, and everybody knows that Valtteri Bottas is a nice guy, so sorry about that, Valtteri. Mick Schumacher then is in 18th and legitimate last place, and that's unfortunate, but you know it is what it is. Guan Yu Zhou 17th, Kevin Magnussen 16th. So the Haas are not having a great weekend, not at all. Schumacher qualified very well yesterday. Now he had to take the penalties, but bit of a struggle for them in the race for sure. And Schumacher is he's on the hard tires, so he's pitted, but he's he's in 18th. He's 11 seconds behind Guan Yu Zhou. That was Max Verstappen, who's just pitted. Sainz has him. So the undercut, look at that. The undercut worked very, very well there. Where's Carlos Sainz gone? There he is. Carlos Sainz is leading the race. And second. Leclerc now has Russell for company. So Leclerc, courtesy of his earlier pit stop, he's already up into fourth. But I think he's suffering here because Russell is on fresh tyres and he's going to get him. God, the trees are in the way. Somebody cut down those trees. No, don't do that. Yeah, Russell has got him. He's got him. He's got him for sure. And that was up at the Camel. Actually, it's not Camel. Those commentators on Sky Sports with their Camel Straight. Camel my hump. Camel was it? Yeah. The Camel Street. Yeah. Okay, we got it. On board here with Leclerc as he tried to get past Perez. It wasn't working for him there. He doesn't really need to worry about that now. He didn't leave a cars with. I think it would be harsh though to penalise Perez for that. He definitely didn't leave a cars with, but I don't think he's going to be penalised for that. Now, here's Max Verstappen team radio.
Middle sector was 1.2 seconds faster than Sainz. So we can look after these tyres. 7, 9, 10, stable 15.
Okay. All right. Very clear. So they're telling him his sectors are quite good and we can look after these tyres. Good. Helmet cam for Carlos Sainz. Sainz says he's starting to recover a bit of grip. So he must have complained at some point that he didn't have enough grip on those soft tires. Okay, good. Where were we on the driver run through? Latifi must have pitted. He's down to 18th. So Schumacher's in 17th. Magnussen 16th. Guan Yu Zhou 15th. Stroll 14th. Norris 13th. Gasly 12th. Ricciardo. No, Daniel Ricciardo. What are you doing? He's in 11th. Ocon is in 10th. Not great for Ocon, but he did get involved in one of those scraps early on in the race, I believe. Leclerc team radio. Plan D. Okay. I think degradation faster than we expected, they've just told Leclerc. Vettel has just gotten past Albon. Up into 8th for Vettel. Where were we? Ricciardo 11th. Ocon 10th. Albon now is in 9th. Vettel is in 8th. Tsunoda is in 7th. Alonso's in 6th. Leclerc now in 5th. He's going to be pitting again soon. I'd say onto the hard tyre until the end of the race, but I could be wrong. They've cut away now. On board with Ocon. Oh, he's trying to get past Ricciardo and Latifi, and he gets them both. He does it. That's amazing. Wow. That's very, very good. Very, 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 very good. Color me impressed. Great move there by Ocon. So we've Leclerc now in 5th. As I said, I think he's going to pit again because they're on Plan D now within Ferrari, and of course they'll get through the whole alphabet if they have an opportunity. Sorry about that. Where has our overview gone? Our overview has disappeared off the screen. The overview has disappeared. Yes, thank you to the Formula One website for, I suppose their special contributor has to take credit for this. Let me see if I can fix that. Verstappen on Sainz. He's caught him and he's overtaken him. Oh, there you go. The speed of that Red Bull. Oh, it's incredible. It is incredible. The speed. I need to make a change to the race leader again. And it's back to that man, Max Verstappen. Very close there as they were going through La Source, the first corner. Then up onto the Camel Straight. Look, he had DRS. And it was just an easy move for him to get done on the Ferrari. So the only person Verstappen seems to have struggled to overtake today has been his teammate. So very, very similar straight line speed for both of those Red Bulls, I guess. All right, what am I doing? So Sainz has disappeared. And Verstappen leads. If ever in doubt, it's Verstappen, usually. Usually, it's been a good race so far. I think Verstappen could possibly pull away though. That's the problem. Okay, I haven't fixed this info at all. I have not fixed it. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay, guys, can you please forgive me? Consider that fixed. There we go. Now, Albon got the move done on. No, he didn't. No, it's Ocon. It's all these blue cars are confusing me. So it's Ocon now trying to get the move done on Albon. Oh, Yuki Tsunoda is in the pits. I just saw somebody drop down the order there dramatically. Leclerc hasn't pitted yet, has he? Second pit, that is. He has taken one pit stop so far. One pit stop. Ooh, painting by numbers there. I was just listening to the team radio, which they haven't posted it up yet. They don't post them all. Team radio there between Leclerc and the Ferrari team, who famously just informed him, that he was on Plan D. Well, basically, I don't know what plan they're on anymore because they didn't know, and they were asking him what he wants to do. Oh, maybe this is it. Hang on.
If we had to stop now, we'll be right in front of Gasly, which is P12.
Why would we stop now?
So we are looking at a P5 finish at the end of the race. Question is, would you like to have a new medium to go through the traffic or prefer a new hard? Question?
I don't know the new hard, so the new medium feels quite okay.
Copy.
But for now, tires feels quite okay.
Understood. That's good.
There you go. You heard it. They posted it and I played it. Brilliant. I like this. I think this is really good. Okay. They've just followed up and asked Leclerc if he can do 5 more laps. Question. And he said yes. So maybe in 5 laps time, Leclerc will be in for some new tires. What's he going to go for though? Medium, maybe. All the front runners on medium tires, actually. Verstappen, Sainz, Perez. Blah, blah, blah. It disappeared off the screen as I said it. Let's say the top 6 are on medium tires. It might be the top 8. I'm just going to have to get my timing back on the other screen because I've been let down. I've been let down by the live stream. I have been let down. Let's have a look at the gaps now between the drivers. So if you look at the wow, Verstappen has put 5.2 seconds. My goodness, he's just so fast this weekend. He is so unbelievably fast this weekend. I feel bad. I feel bad wearing the Red Bull t-shirt because I feel like I'm in on it. Tsunoda pit. Oh, so Tsunoda's pit stop was the one that meant everybody has pitted now. So everybody has pitted. So everybody has legally pitted so far in this race, except for Bottas and Hamilton because they're out. Unfortunately, sorry to raise that. Eau Rouge into Radion onto the Kemmel Straight into some chicane. There you go. It's a replay. It's a replay of Verstappen. No, it's not a replay. Oh my goodness. What am I looking at? It's Perez. The Red Bull. The Red Bull is just so good. I was going to say the Red Bull is on fire, but that can be misinterpreted. especially if I said the Ferrari is on fire, that would definitely be misinterpreted. They're doing really well. The Red Bull is a rocket today. Perez gets past Sainz, so Sainz now is down into third place. A Kevin Magnussen team radio. Let's have a listen to this.
I've got problems with both axles, front and rear, both.
Problem with both axles, front and rear. That's not good. Where's Magnussen? He's in 15th at the moment. He has Tsunoda 8 seconds behind him, and then his teammate is a further 2 seconds behind Tsunoda. And then we have Nicholas Latifi in 18th and last place. Now we're looking at Ricciardo and Albon. So Ricciardo now, he's in the points. He's in 10th place. He's 0.4 of a second behind Albon. Ocon has gotten through as well, so Ocon is up into 8th. Here's a chance for Ricciardo to do something. He's on the hard tires, actually. I think Albon is also on the hard tire. Let's have a look. He's just too fast, Albon. Slow down and let me have a look at your tires. Can't see from that angle. Is Ricciardo going to get really close to him here? Not so much, actually. Not so much. I thought he'd get a little bit better. Oh, team radio for Max Verstappen.
When you can, balance update on this compound. When you can,
Feel like there's a little bit more oversteer in the medium few corners.
Okay, Verstappen is suffering from a little bit of oversteer on these tires at the moment. He is almost 7 seconds ahead of his teammates, so he's nearly out of sight at this stage. Probably is out of sight actually as far as Perez is concerned. Yeah, look at him there on the tracker. He's gone around. He's gone around the corner. You can't see him. Perez can't see him anymore. He's gone off into the distance. Supreme by Verstappen. He's just too good. He's just too good. And this season, the Red Bull, it's a rocket, as I said. It's a rocket. So Vettel to catch Alonso. 2 seconds behind Alonso. Is he closing him? Battle for 12th place. Gasly, Norris, Guan Yu Zhou. I seem to pronounce it differently depending on which prefixes I use. Okay. Looking for a little bit of action here. Is there any action? It's Ricciardo and Albon. That's where the action is. So Ricciardo is now, well, he's still within a second. So he's within DRS range. It's 0.6 of a second. He's not getting dramatically close here. Ooh. Leclerc is going to lose 15 points to Verstappen as it stands at the moment. Ouch. That was already, wasn't it 80 points the lead? That would make it 95. Nearly at a clean century. Ouch. Okay, we're beyond, are we beyond the halfway point? We are. We're just beyond the halfway point now. Lap 23 of 44. So let's close the poll on who's going to win today's race, and we can have a look at the results. So 6% have voted for other, but I don't see any names for other. 16% then voting for Perez. We have 36% going for Verstappen and 40% going for Sainz. Now, as it stands, Sainz is in third place. It doesn't look good for him. Actually, I would probably turn this on its head somewhat. Leclerc team radio. Oh, that's going to be good. Ferrari are always good for a team radio.
Sock 5 just for temperatures. Sainz lap time as a reference, 54.5 with 8 laps younger tires.
54.5 then, Elon, that's right, that's Sainz. And Leclerc is running a 55.0. Not just as we say it, Sainz does a 54.1. Okay, So he's nearly a second slower than his teammate at the moment. So 20 laps to go. When's the best time for him to pit? I think he'll be looking at the medium tires, because Ferrari don't want to make a mistake on the hard tires again. There's a few data points out there, though. We have seen a number of drivers on the hard tire, currently on the hard tire, so maybe it could work. Vettel, Ocon seem to be having a pretty solid race on the hard tire. Here is Lando Norris.
And Lando, at the moment, we're thinking plan B, target +5. Plan B, target +5.
Okay, they're going to run a little bit longer.
Feels terrible, but...
Oh, right, sorry about that. So they're going to run it a little bit longer. Stroll and Norris. Yeah, Norris not happy with his tires, but clearly McLaren want him to run an extra 5 laps. No, that's Stroll and Ricciardo. Ricciardo, what are you doing? Oh my God! I tell you what, I retire. Ricciardo, maybe you should retire. Of course, you're a much better driver than me, so who am I to talk? But still, seriously, it looked like he was going to get past Albon, and now he has Mr. Lance Stroll taking the final points paying position from him. He hasn't taken it yet, but he's looking like he's going to take it. Oh, it hurts my brain, so it does. This just hurts my brain. It hurts my brain. Is it too early for the driver of the day poll? It is too early. I won't do it yet. Okay, apparently there's a bump in turn 5 and Sainz should try to avoid it. That sounds like good advice from the Ferrari team. Let me see. Two-stopper. Yeah, interesting. So it's a two-stopper. Most cars are on a two-stop, are they? No, a lot of cars are on a one-stop, actually. I think just looking at the fact that we have the likes of Vettel, Ocon on the hard tires, most likely running a one-stopper. This makes it more complicated for the two-stoppers, but I still expect that Verstappen, Perez, Sainz, Leclerc, Russell even, maybe Alonso. Yeah, Alonso's on the medium tires as well. These guys are going to pit again. Verstappen, he must be getting close to having a free pit stop over Sainz in the Ferrari at this stage. He's about 15 seconds ahead of him. Yeah, not quite. Here's Ocon.
Okay, so Albon still the car behind, 6.5 seconds back now. We think almost everyone is going to have to stop again.
Now, so there is a car running on hard tires, Esteban Ocon, and they think they will have to stop again. So you heard it from the Alpine horse's mouth. This is Sainz. Sainz is in the pits. Here he goes. Sainz is in. What are they going to put on him? And he's doing the undercut again. It worked very well for him last time. Relatively well. Oh, it's the hard tire, is it? Is that the hard tire? Hard tire. All right. I don't know, Ferrari. I don't know if this is the good call. Oh, and Leclerc's in. Double stack. He's on the medium tires. I'm very surprised about this. Splitting the strategy. Leclerc could end in front of his teammate. Oh my God. Are they prioritizing Leclerc over Sainz? Or... Look, a broken clock is correct twice a day. A very, very true statement. And I'm sure with all of these weird calls that Ferrari are making, that one of them is going to be right. The problem I'm having at the moment is they've made two completely different calls for their team or for their drivers here. so one ain't going to be right. I worry a little bit about the hard tire. It's for less than 20 laps now. It's for 18 laps. Hard tire for 18 laps. Maybe Sainz is the man that can get them up to temperature and just start putting in some blistering laps and not worry about degradation because he's on the hard tires. It feels like the wrong thing for me. Now, we have heard all day though from the teams that the degradation is much higher today than they've been anticipating on the tires. Now, these were on the soft tires, but I assume if the soft tires are degrading a little bit faster, then everything else will be as well. So let's see. Let us see. Anyway, it's something to concentrate on for the rest of the race because Verstappen is checking out in front. 12 seconds now is his lead. 11.9, 11.8. Yeah, pretty much 12 seconds at this stage. I see a call for Albon potentially to go to the end of the race on hard tires. Yeah, Williams just tweeted, Google how to make it rain in Belgium. Do they need it? Leclerc team redo. I'm almost scared to press on this.
And we need 3 to 4 laps as a slow introduction.
That's for Leclerc. 3 to 4 laps for a slow introduction. So they're saying, okay, don't burn out the medium tires. Whereas I'm guessing they said something completely opposite then to his teammate who's on the hard tires. Oh, Stroll has suffered there. Stroll has suffered. He was battling with Albon as they were coming out of the pits. So Albon definitely not going one stopper. And Latifi has snuck in and gotten past him. Perez, box. Okay, so Perez is going to be coming in very shortly as well. Strange that they wouldn't pit Verstappen. They're clearly not worried in the slightest now about the undercut from Ferrari because they have too big a lead. Playing it safe. Now, what tires is Perez going to get? There is the question of all questions. Hard tires for Perez. Alrighty. Hard tires for Perez. There you go. Just checking in on the Premier League, if you're interested in that. If you're not interested or you don't want this to be spoiled, cover your ears now. So at halftime, Aston Villa 0, West Ham 0, and Wolves 1, Newcastle 0. Newcastle. I'll tell you what. But back to the race, and that was Alonso getting past Guan Yu Zhou. Okay, so Alonso must have pitted again. Did he pit again? Yeah, he did pit again onto hard tires. So there's some kind of method to the madness here in the hard tires. What I haven't done is I haven't checked the tire allocations, and it's possible that some cars just didn't have medium tires, and maybe Carlos Sainz was one of those guys. Now they didn't strap on a set of hard tire or soft. Oh no, it's soft tires. We're talking about medium tires. Russell will be coming in now as well. Russell's in second actually at the moment, but Verstappen still hasn't pitted. He still hasn't pitted. Can you believe it? So we are streaming today on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So thank you everybody who's joining us so far. And this is usually where I'm going to remind you all that if you haven't subscribed, please do. Hit the like button or equivalent and subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to be notified of future videos as well if you're on YouTube. But really appreciate the support that we get on here. Now Leclerc is just behind Ocon. They're both on the hard tires. Is this a fair battle? Has Ocon hasn't pitted recently, has he? No, he hasn't. So Ocon is still on the one stop. I wonder if Ocon will go for a one stopper. Up Eau Rouge. On to Kemmel. Yeah, DRS looks like it's going to work really well here. He's got it done. Lance Stroll, Team Radio.
Okay, Lance, you've got energy when you need it. 2.5 to Schumacher. He's on old hard tyres, 13 lap.
Good information there for Stroll. Alonso has just gotten past Ricciardo. Ricciardo now running in 9th, and Norris is running in 10th place. 2 seconds behind Ricciardo. And here's a replay of Leclerc. A lovely move. A lovely clean move that he gets done there. And yeah, that's Alonso's move. And for him, it's also a clean move. His front wing is hanging off a little bit there. I think that's from his collision with Hamilton at the beginning of the race. And here's George Russell, so he's in now for a pit. So let's see how fast this pit stop is for him. Pitted and off he goes. That was a 2.5 seconds. It's okay. That's pretty good. Where is he going to come out now? It looks like there's nobody on the start-finish straight, so it'll be a pretty solid 4th place for him. Oh yeah, Sebastian Vettel then is in 5th and Leclerc is in 6th. So Leclerc now is about just over 2 seconds now behind Vettel. So yeah, he's still targeting the 5th place. We've missed a team radio here from Ricciardo.
Pace is good, Daniel. Alonso's just on fresh tyres. Keep looking after the tyre. Keep doing what you're doing. Good pace now.
Good pace. And Norris has just pitted to undercut Daniel Ricciardo, no doubt. Sean Oak 96 asks, does Verstappen have extra softs? I am not sure if he has extra softs, but actually I do have the Pirelli page open and I'm just going to check the tire allocations. Verstappen, yeah, it looks like Verstappen had, yeah, he does. He has fresh soft tires. But speaking of Verstappen, I think he's in the pits now, is he? Yeah, here he is. They're putting medium tires on him. Medium tires. He had 2 sets of medium tires as well. So yeah, that's a good call, Sean Oak. So he had 2 sets of new fresh soft tires at the start of this race. Of course, he started on soft tires, but he would have still had one as a backup there. I think with the degradation today, they probably decided, even with just over 10 laps left, that they weren't going to bother with that one. Now, yeah, I keep getting my hopes up here for Daniel Ricciardo. He's the one I want to watch here, and he's currently in 9th place, and he hasn't pitted yet for his 2nd pit stop, as far as I can tell. And this is the one I'm worried about, because I think he's going to drop substantially because of this. Let's hope that everybody else has their 2nd pit stop around him to make as well. Not getting a good read on the pit stops at the moment. Don't have those stats right now. Where can I get the pit stop stats? That is the question. The question of all questions. Maybe if I check the live leaderboard. Oh, okay, very good. So Verstappen has pitted twice, Perez twice, Sainz twice. Vettel has pitted twice. And just as I say that, Leclerc gets past him. So Leclerc now is up into 5th place. But he's still losing about 15 points on Verstappen here. So this is not good at all. Not good at all for him. So yeah, that's right, Leclerc. So Vettel. So did I get that wrong? So Vettel has only pitted once, so he possibly needs to pit again unless he's going to the end on his hard tires. It's the same then for Ocon. He's only pitted once, And then Alonso has pitted twice, and he's in 8th behind Ocon. So he's about 12 seconds to close in on his teammate. Can he do it? Well, he's 8 seconds behind his teammate, actually. 8 seconds behind his teammate. I don't know what I'm looking at here. They keep changing everything. Ricardo was only pitted once. And then everybody else behind him has made their second pit stop. Ricardo it's frigged. It's frigged. What's Ricardo's gap on everyone? Let's have a look here at the tracker. Gasly's going to get him. Gasly's going to get him when he pits. Albon, Stroll, Norris. Ricardo. Ricardo's in big trouble if he pits. And Ricardo is on... here's Norris now, his teammate, getting past Guan Yu Zhou. And he gets it done. Very nice move. Very nice move. Yeah, without DRS as well. Very, very nice. Let's see. So Ricardo, he is on the hard tires. So maybe he's going to do what Vettel and Ocon are doing and try to go to the end of the race. I assume that's what they're doing, by the way. I don't know for certain that's what they're doing. George Russell, Team Radio.
So gap ahead 6 seconds. We are happy with fuel. Surface temps getting in the window.
Okay. Happy with the fuel. They're interviewing Lewis Hamilton at the moment. And a quote has just come up on my screen here for Hamilton. No, looking back at the footage, he was in my blind spot and I didn't leave enough space, so it was my fault today. So sorry to the team. He was right in my blind spot. Wow. Okay. Well, I think Hamilton is actually being a little bit harsh on himself because he was ahead going into the corner. Now, not a full car's length ahead, but he was ever so slightly ahead. I know they keep changing the rules ever so slightly around that, but it was a bit of a racing incident probably, and the fact that stewards didn't decide to do anything about it indicates that they may agree. But I don't think Hamilton needs to take the blame for that. But very good of him. Very good of him to do so. Very good indeed. Now, we're on board here with two... Oh, Ocon has pitted. Okay, so he's not doing a one-stopper. And that will... Yeah, let's see where that puts him. I'll have a look at the tracker now. Where's Ocon? Yeah, there he is. Oh, Ricardo has pitted as well. Oh, this is the one I'm worried about. Go, Danny. Go. 2.5 seconds. And here comes a whole group of them. Oh my God. He has been destroyed by the undercut. Destroyed. Yuki Tsunoda gets him as well. Oh, Daniel Ricciardo, as if this week couldn't get any worse. They're telling Sainz to push more. He says he's trying his best. Just out of contention now, isn't he? What's the gap now for Sainz? Let's have a look. He's 20 off the lead. That puts him 8 seconds then behind Perez. Russell could get Sainz though. He could. He's 4 seconds behind him. Let's keep an eye. I'm going to keep an eye on that gap. Now, Ricardo is on medium tires and he has 10 laps left. Now, luckily, these are some of the longer laps that you will find in Formula 1 Spa-Francorchamps. It's quite a long circuit. We've a couple of team radios here. So first up, we have Zhou.
So of tire management, you can keep this approach for turn 10. Looking good last lap.
Okay, good. And Carlos Sainz.
Try your best. The last lap was good.
Nice. I'm pushing a lot.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I had just heard and told you about. Yeah, where he says he's pushing. They want him to try his best. Last lap was good, Carlos. Keep it up. Keep it up. His last lap was a 152.2. And Max Verstappen's was a 151.1. And I noticed Max Verstappen has the fastest lap as well. Well, Sainz wants to 3-stop. Okay, he asks what happens if we 3-stop, and he's told very clearly we finish behind Russell for P4. So there's no point. Don't even think about it. Ricardo has made up a position on Guan Yu Zhou. Surely to goodness. No, he hasn't. No. I'm looking at Norris. That was Norris's car. He's ahead of Guan Yu Zhou. Ricardo is behind Yuki Tsunoda at the moment. Sigh. This is on board here with Sainz, the helmet cam going around La Source. Possibly the slowest corner in Formula 1, is it? Well, no. Well, there's the hairpin in Monaco, but it's right up there. Then yeah, coming up through Eau Rouge. Driver of the Day is now open on the official Formula 1 website. So accordingly, let me open up our winning Formula Driver of the Day on YouTube, if I can actually get on there. There's a lot going on here. If Verstappen doesn't get Driver of the Day, by the way, I don't know what the criteria for Driver of the Day is, to be honest with you. Is there any point? I'm not even going to put Sainz in the running for Driver of the Day, because why? He started in first and he's currently running in third, and still 4 seconds ahead of Russell. Well, 3.6, 3.5 seconds. Russell is closing him slightly. Whoa, what's going on here? This is Ocon. Oh, and he's overtaken two people. We've seen this double overtaking already once today, and he's gotten past both Vettel and Gasly. Amazing move. Now Vettel has just gotten past Gasly himself. Amazing move there from Ocon. Amazing move. I tell you, there were some great overtakes in this race, but this double overtake again. Was Ocon that did that earlier, wasn't it? Was it Alonso? Oh, look at that. Yeah, well, talk about Michael Schumacher and Mika Hakkinen and Ricardo Zonta. Indeed, that was very similar. Very similar. Great move. Look at that. Oh, you have to look. If you're not watching this race, you really need to look at the highlights later on. And the Formula 1 always post the highlights. That is amazing. A team radio from Pierre Gasly.
Copy that. Albon is still doing 44-0. 44-0. Just manage it to the end. Do whatever you need to manage it. Don't waste time with these guys.
Fair enough. Pierre Gasly needs to manage his tires until the end. So is Gasly the sole driver now with one stop? No, nobody has one stops. Nobody. Everybody has taken 2 stops except for Latifi, who's had 3 stops. So Latifi is really he's living the lap of luxury by taking an extra stop. Driver of the Day, I have to say, it's Verstappen. Surely to goodness, it's Verstappen. But I'll leave that up to you. If you're on YouTube and you're watching us right now or listening right now, vote for Driver of the Day. It's been a fairly good race. We had a very exciting start to the race, that's for sure. Yeah, it was Ocon that did it last time. It was Ocon that did the double overtake last time as well, if I'm correct about that. So that's twice in the same race. That Alpine has some very, very good speed. Speaking of Alpine, Alonso now is running in 6th. So he has a 7-second lead over his teammate. And then in turn, he's 18 seconds behind Leclerc, who in turn is 19 seconds behind Russell. Russell, of course, is running in 4th. And then Russell has a gap of 2 seconds now, up to Carlos Sainz. So that's why I say it. That's why I say it. I think he's the man for the job. That final podium position could be going to the Mercedes. Amazingly. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I can't believe it, but it could happen. So a little bit of excitement before the end. Yeah, as I was saying, it's been a good race, but I think the magnitude of the win by Verstappen, he's just too good. He's too good. And that was from a guy starting in 14th place. He's now a 15-second lead at the front of the race. This is domination. This is just pure domination. He hasn't lapped anybody yet, which is the only positive I can say. But there are a couple of mitigating factors around that. Firstly, he did start in 14th, so he had to make his way to the front. And secondly, it's like the longest lap of the year. So the fact now that he is closing in on Mick Schumacher to lap the first car, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. We're on lap 38 of 44, so there's about 6 laps left to go. And we have a team radio here for Lando Norris.
So the Lyco into 1, 5 and 12 will help.
Don't really know what they were saying there. Just some general information for Lando Norris. Norris is running in 12th place. He is 88 seconds off the lead, and half a second behind him now. We have Guan Yu Zhou. Tsunoda is there in the mix as well. 1 second behind him, and then we have Ricciardo now, who is he's 2 seconds. Is that 2 seconds now? Yeah, it's a second and a half behind Tsunoda. Avoid the bump in turn 17, Carlos Sainz. He's just received a message from his team. So they're certainly, the Ferrari team have figured out every bump on this circuit, and they're letting Sainz know about it. They're letting him know what to do and what not to do. Now, Belgian Grand Prix. Too late for Plan G, Norris. Plan G for McLaren. So they're like Ferrari. They possibly had nearly every letter in the alphabet. Possibly. Now, how can we do this? Can we get, let's see, motorsport, not motor tax, motorsport. They're usually pretty good for updating the driver's standings. So I just want to see if I can get this here. I accept everything. I accept standings. Of course, they're not updated yet, but I anticipate that they will be updated. We shall see. We shall see. Esteban Ocon.
Okay, mate, so 6 laps to go at the end of this one. The cars are going to stay in position. Okay, so we're going to stay in this position till the end of the race.
That is interesting. Cars staying in position. So what they mean is you are not overtaking your teammate, who is 4 seconds ahead of you. So if you catch him, you're more than welcome to catch him, but you can't overtake him. Okay. Surprising actually, because I'm sure it's all about the points for Alpine, but of course, with Alonso leaving the team now, and let's talk about that actually. But with Alonso leaving the team, I would have thought Ocon is their main man, the main man with the plan. Yes. Oh, there's an Irish flag in the crowd, or else an Ivory Coast flag backwards, but it looked like an Irish flag. Yeah, so speaking of Fernando Alonso, so during the break and very soon after the Hungarian Grand Prix, I think one day after the Hungarian Grand Prix, so the first day of the summer break for Formula One, Alonso announces that he's joining Aston Martin next year, so he'll be replacing Sebastian Vettel, and it's a little bit of a curious move. Now Alonso is certainly he's a character. He's he's not going to be messing around and playing games with anybody. He's the one that does the messing around as opposed to getting messed around, if you know what I mean. But it's interesting that he would go into that team dynamic that we've heard so much negativity around, where Lawrence Stroll controls the team, the morale is really low, and then we have Lance Stroll, his son, driving for the team. And Lance has been good this year. He's been good. I think he probably has more points now than Sebastian Vettel so far this season. But so Alonso's going into that environment. But why would he go into that environment? Well, firstly, it seems like he was offered a 3-year contract as opposed to a 1-year contract he was getting from Alpine. But that Aston Martin team, they have a lot of money. And we've seen before when they were, let's say, towards the end of their Force India Racing Point, that was what they were called. When they were called Racing Point, they can get it right. They have the ability to do that. And actually, it usually goes 1 or 2 seasons that they're not so great, and then suddenly they're great again. So by my calculations, they're right on course to have an okay car next year, potentially. So this could be a masterstroke for Alonso. He could be in a very good car. And I think for Alonso, if he can't beat Lance Stroll, then he needs to do what Vettel is doing, and he just needs to retire. And that's a pretty good marker to set for yourself. Obviously, we've heard as well they've doubled his money, so apparently that helps. I heard rumors as well that Alonso accepted the offer within 10 seconds. That's how long the conversation lasted. Now, I've heard other rumors it was 10 minutes, which might be more to the point, but yeah, shocker there. Shocker for Alpine. They were not expecting that. And then, of course, Alpine announcing Piastri. Piastri, he ain't coming, or at least that's what he says. It's all really, really weird. But it does look like Piastri now will be going to McLaren because, of course, they have confirmed, unfortunately, and yes, I'm very, very sour about this one, but Daniel Ricciardo will be leaving the team. Now, here's my conspiracy theory, and I haven't fully thought this one through yet. And if anything goes on in the racing, I'll let you know about it. But there's nothing too exciting happening right now. Russell is still 2 seconds behind Sainz, by the way. That was the battle that I was looking at. And Norris, Albon now. Albon is holding on for the final point position. He is 0.8 of a second ahead of Stroll, who in turn is about 1.2 seconds ahead of Norris, who in turn is about 0.5 of a second ahead of Zhou, who in turn is about 0.6 of a second ahead of Tsunoda, who himself is about 0.6 of a second ahead of Ricciardo. And you see that there on the tracker. There's a very busy train going on there with Albon. Yeah, coming back to Stroll has 4 points and Seb has 16. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know, and that all is right in the world. All is right in the world if that is the case. Thank you for that, Sean Og 96. Very good to know that. I feel a lot better knowing that now. Yeah, it must be. It's when you get your elbows out, it's usually Stroll that ends up ahead of him. But That's great. That's really, really good. I'm not worried about Alonso next year. I think he's going to be absolutely fine. I'm not worried he's going to have issues with Stroll. As I said, if he can't beat him, he may as well just retire. But Alonso, of course, is not 41 because, of course, Alonso reset his clock the time he had that incident in pre-season testing where he got electrocuted or whatever the heck happened to him, and he woke up thinking he was 14 years old. So by my calculations, when was that? That was that 2019? That makes him 17 years old now, so he's a long career ahead of him. Team radio for Lando Norris before I get into my Piastri rant.
And Lando, the safety car window is closed. Safety car window is closed.
Safety car window is closed. Interesting that they were banking on a safety car. I would have thought the chances of a safety car as you get later into the race here are pretty much nil. Done. Verstappen hasn't caught Mick Schumacher yet. He will soon, but he hasn't caught him just yet. 18.2 seconds now is the gap between Verstappen and Perez. We have one lap left, so I better get on with my Piastri story. Okay, interesting. So if Albon stays P10, then he has 4 points along with Stroll. Good to know. You see, the knowledge shines through. It shines through. Thanks again, Sean Oak, with the knowledge. Leclerc has pitted. Alonso won't get him. I think Alonso's going to get him here. Oh, this is some call here by Ferrari. It's a soft tires, obviously, for Leclerc. So once he gets up to temperature, Alonso's going to have him here on the straight, on the camel straight, the camel straight. He does. He gets him, and Leclerc now is going to have 1.5 laps to get him back. He needs to get a bit of heat into those tires. Oh, this is a dodgy call here by Ferrari. Dodgy call. Looks like a free stop for Leclerc. It wasn't a free stop. He lost a position. Ferrari screwed it up. A slow stop by Ferrari. Oh my God. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Please give us the team radio. We probably can't play it. I know it's going to be all swears. So Piastri to McLaren. So my conspiracy theory here is Piastri, of course, Australian as well. Australian replacing Australian, but his manager is none other than Mark Webber. And of course, Mark Webber was replaced in Red Bull by Ricciardo. Now, I need to look into this a little bit more, but I wonder, were there any sour grapes there for Mr. Webber? And, it seems weird pushing to replace an Australian with an Australian. I thought they would have each other's backs. The Red Bull Twitter page getting very excited about the final lap. But there you go. There's one to ponder. Has Webber gotten revenge and shafted his Aussie counterpart, Daniel Ricciardo? Who knows? Where should Ricciardo go? That's the big question. I think I don't think he's going to end up in Alpine, actually. I think Gasly will end up in Alpine. So it remains to be seen. Now, on board with Leclerc. Is he getting the move done here on Alonso? He's trying it. This is on the Camel Straight again. Yeah, he's got the move done. He's true on Alonso. Oh my goodness. Talk about sparing the blushes. Here comes Verstappen to win the race, and he's just lapped Mick Schumacher. He's done it. We have a yellow flag in Sector 1. I think that's just because the race is finished more than anything else, but I'll keep an eye on that. And Perez is about to come around and take second place, I guess. He does, yeah, and they've just reiterated he's done it from 14th on the grid. Not Perez, Verstappen. Sainz does get third place. He gets third place ahead of Russell. There you go. Race winner, Max Verstappen. Now, Leclerc will be coming around to claim 5th, possibly. Yeah, he's gapped Alonso a little bit here. He's got about 3 seconds on him, but that can't be right. Those soft tires are insane. The Ferrari's on fire. No, the Ferrari is not on fire. Don't worry about that. Not that I'm aware of, at least. Maybe that's what the yellow flag is for. I think it's because they don't do the full lap after the race ends here in Spa-Francorchamps, and they just they coast around and they park the cars. So that's why we have yellow flags in Sector 1. Plan G. Yes, that's what Norris was on, Plan G. Okay, we don't have confirmation. Or we do have confirmation. We have confirmation of Formula One's driver of the day, but I am going to end our YouTube poll here. Okay. Perez, 0% for driver of the day. I think that's fair considering where he started and where his teammate finished. Other have 18% of the vote. Not sure who other constitutes, but that doesn't matter. Then we have Russell with 18% of the vote and Verstappen with 63% of the vote. And I can tell you that on the official Formula One website, it is Max Verstappen that wins driver of the day. I think that one was pretty easy to figure out, wasn't it? Yeah. Yes, it was. But look, this is such a great win. A great win for Verstappen. That man, and he gets fastest lap as well. That man is on fire. Oh, I can't. There I go again. He's not on fire. He's finished the race. Don't worry. He is. He's got the speed. He's not on speed. He's got the speed, and he wins his second home race. He's the winner at Spa-Francorchamps, and a great win indeed. Let's have a run through then where everybody else finished. And it looks like it was Latifi in last and 18th place, Schumacher in 17th, Magnussen in 16th, Ricciardo in 15th. For goodness sakes, Ricciardo. Gee, I am... a little bit of this does come down to the McLaren strategy as well, and they got the strategy very wrong today, as you can see with the Norris result. Zhou is 14th, Tsunoda is 13th, Norris then is in 12th place. We have Stroll in 11th, and then Albon gets his final point, or the final point, not necessarily his final point. He's in 10th place. Gasly is in 9th. That's a good recovery actually for AlphaTauri. They did not do well in this race and appeared not to be doing well, but he does get 2 points, so that's good. 5-second time penalty for Leclerc, speeding in the pit lane. Oh, he's lost it. He's lost it. Leclerc has lost 5th place. Speeding in the pit lane. Unbelievable. That's just one thing you don't do. They're going to get you. They're going to get you. And he's done it. He's done it. Speeding in the pit lane. Unbelievable. Charles Leclerc. That puts him in 6th place. 6th place. Okay, sorry about that. So Albon is in 10th. Gasly is in 9th. Vettel is in 8th. That's an okay result for Vettel, actually, because he's up a couple of positions from where he started. It was in 11th, I think he started. Ocon then is 7th. Leclerc is 6th. And my God, I think Ocon will be kicking himself that he didn't try to close up a little bit more on his teammate, because he could have had 6th. Alonso then gets 5th. Good result for Alonso. Russell is in 4th. That's an okay result for Russell. Once again, a top 5 finish for Russell. Sainz then is in 3rd. They're interviewing him at the moment. That's not good. We're on low power mode here. The iPad is in low power mode. No, they haven't added the points yet for the championship. Let me see, 258. 258 is what Verstappen was on before this race. Yeah, still 258, so they haven't added up the points yet. But spoiler alert, Verstappen is leading the World Championship by a huge margin. Stupidity though from Leclerc there, and it's his team's fault. They put him in a really tricky situation, and he had to try and do something. They left it up to him. So that was not a free pit stop. Perez is in second, and Verstappen wins the race. There you have it. Okay, it was a fairly good race. Fairly good. I'm giving it a... The start was very exciting. The end was not so exciting. We had a little bit of drama there with Leclerc and Alonso. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10, I think. Not the greatest race ever, but pretty good. Right, so that's it. As I said, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to be notified of future videos if you want, and do the equivalent on Facebook and Twitch as well if you're watching from there. And thank you very much for joining us. Really appreciate your support, and we'll speak to you again very, very soon. Have a good rest of your weekend.